Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, you gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up. Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Man, oh man, oh man. God been good to me. Man, I can't explain it all, really. Hey, I want to remind everybody of something that I need reminding of myself all the time. And I'm dealing with a couple of things now, and I had to remind myself. You know what I have to remember? I have to constantly remind myself to stay in constant communication with God. Constant communication with God. Sometimes, I have a tendency, and maybe we do all as people, I don't know, but I know for me, that when it's going okay, I slack up in sometimes having conversations with him because I'm not coming to him on a daily with something that's pressing or something. And I find myself slacking up in the communication. The danger I have learned in that is this. I think, we've all heard old people say, you got to stay prayed up, and, prayed up means, you got some stored up. You just got an abundance of them where you're putting it in. Because what happens is when you're not in constant communication with God, when you're not constantly praying, during those good times, that allows for the enemy to slip in and do the little things that can be upsetting. And then the next thing you know it, you get several little things in a row. Now you got an issue you're dealing with. I have to remind myself when it's going like that, man, have I really been praying though? Have I really been in constant communication with God? Because, that helps guard against that little bitty stuff coming in. Now, sometimes it's big stuff, sometimes it's major stuff. But I've noticed, man, that when I get on a more of a smooth plane in life, I have a tendency to slack up in that department. And that ain't the time to slack up. I'm really learning that I have to stay in constant communication with God because it enables me to ward off those little things coming up that can get in the way. And so I just wanted to make you aware of that as I'm learning it myself, that staying prayed up is important, that you try to stock prayers. You try to, have some prayers in the bank, so to speak, and just constant communication with him because it'll just safeguard you against a lot of stuff backdooring you. I just wanted to make sure you understood that because on your journey, it's going to be many obstacles. I've said this 100 times on the show. The road to success is always under construction. I say that all the time. And it's to let you understand that it's not going to be easy. But we can make it more difficult than it has to be. You know, when you go out, strike out on a journey, you know, let's say I got in my car. Let's say I'm in New York. And I get in my car and I say, I'm going to L.A. I know if I drive west and continue to drive west, eventually I should get to California, or I may wind up in Portland or Seattle or something like that. But if I drive west, I'm going to eventually get to the West Coast. Now, wouldn't it be smarter, though, if I mapped out the route, which saved me a bunch of driving I don't need and figuring that I don't have to calculate? When you know the way to go, you know, if you know you want to cut cross on the 20, or you want to cut cross on the 70, or you want to cut cross on the 10, you know, you got to devise a route. Now, if I want to go visit some people I know, then I know I need to go down, you know, I might go through Ohio, come down on the 80, then get on 71 and take that all the way down to the 10 and then ride across. Or I might take it to the 20, cut through Texas, and then let it link back up on the 10. I know a lot of different ways, but guess what? The best way is to map it out. You can go anywhere, but if you go with a map, it's more precise. You save yourself a lot of time. And that's what prayer has taught me, that if I continuously pray, that I stay in a prepared mode. I have more idea of where I'm going. I'm more secure with my route. If you just take off driving, heading west, yeah, you'll eventually get to the West Coast if you out east. But guess what, though? Had you mapped it out, you can see when you veering off. You may stop, come out, and not be paying attention. Next thing you know, you're on a route and you going another way. You're going north when you could easily still be going west. You've got to constantly be aware of that. And I'm just pointing that out to you because I know that on your journey, a lot of times you get sidetracked. And part of the ways we get sidetracked is we lose out on that the very beneficial resource of prayer. We lose out, our connection with God gets strained. The thicker you can keep the cord connected to God, if you thin out your communication with God, and instead of having a big, thick cable, now you're dealing with a little thread. You know, a cable is stronger than thread. And so it just decreases your opportunity. And so, you know, I wanted to just make you aware of that. And, you know, to ever be encouraging to say to everybody out there, and just keep your head up. It is going to be dark days for you. There are going to be situations where it's going to be daunting and hard to face. But man, oh man, oh man, everybody has to face these challenges. Everybody, it get dark sometimes. You know, look, if you didn't lose, you wouldn't even appreciate winning. Because if it all went your way all the time, do you know how complacent and content and how easy life would be if it just went your way all the time? So when it kept going your way, you wouldn't even appreciate it because guess what? It's been going this way the whole time. So what life does is it has its checks and balances. These hard times are coming, and you need the hard times to appreciate the good times. You need the clouds, and you need the rain to appreciate the sun and the flowers. It's just when it comes to prayer, though, just stay prayed up. Stay constant with it. Because the challenges of life are coming, whether you prayed up or not. They're coming. Understand that. You could pray every day, all day. When you get through praying every day, all day, something going to happen to you that's going to be challenging. Now, I would rather have been in communication with God on a regular than wait till every time something pop off to have to go to and reintroduce myself. Okay? I was over a little around the board with it today. But that's how it came to me, so there it is. I ain't mad at it. Y'all have a great day. We're going to have a good one today. Let's go.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have it. Your undivided attention. Get it together. Clap for me.
Soul clap? That's soul clap?
Now sing for me.
Yeah.
Now hum for me. Whistle for me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Nutty Steve Harvey Morning Show. Clapping, humming, whistling, and singing. Yeah, Shirley Strawberry.
I can't whistle anymore for some reason. Good morning, Steve. I had a problem.
Your eyes. It's your eyes, Shirley.
Close them and then try again.
Yeah. Close them and then try to whistle. Your body can't have a bunch of stuff budging out at one time.
Well, I know you can whistle with those lips. Okay, let's go.
I can't whistle?
You can.
Oh, I can do way more than whistle, though. Ha! Carla Farrell.
All right,
Whatever
then.
that
Good
means.
Monday morning.
What that mean? You wish. Junior.
Good morning, Unc. Morning, everybody. What's up, bro?
Fire. J. Anthony Brown.
What's going on, Steve Harvey? What's happening with your boy?
Nephew Tommy.
Yeah, right here. Whistling. What it do? What it do? It's Monday, baby.
Yeah. Well, I would say how was your weekend, but you didn't have one, so.
Same old, same old.
Just another day.
No.
I got the quarantine blues.
Come on.
I'm
make that
so tired of staying at home. I'm so tired of being alone. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can? I just wanna go on a plane. I wanna go somewhere. Ooh. Dun-dun, I go to the store. Dun-dun, I'm tired of going. Dun-dun, I go to the park. But baby, where is that?
This is what happens when you've been quarantined.
Yeah. You just sit there. You're just sitting up here and going straight nutty.
Yeah. I do have a friend, though, Steve, that's going to Vegas tomorrow.
Okay. That's stupid.
I think so. And I told her that.
And I love Vegas.
Me
I mean,
too.
I understand wanting to go,
Yeah.
but not yet.
Yeah. Nope.
How are they doing that? Like every other gambling table? How does that work?
I don't
They're
know.
wearing masks. I do know that. I saw a commercial where they had masks on. That's
How they
all I
touch
know.
the chips? Yeah. How they do
Yeah.
that?
With your hands.
They have to have
Oh,
gloves.
but somebody else's hands was on that chip before.
Somebody
they
got
got
to
to
roll
that
the
table.
dice. It's a lot
Hell
happening.
yeah.
Sanitize your chips, I guess. I don't know.
All that. I'm going to have gloves on out there throwing
They not
down.
gonna let
I'm going to have a
you touch 'em.
respirator mask. I have an oxygen tank. I just have fresh oxygen in my nose and the mask.
All right. Listen, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, more of the, we'll talk more, and we'll welcome a brand new affiliate, Steve. Get ready for Steve's Ask the CLO segment right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, guys, it is time to say good morning, St. Louis, and welcome back to the ride. Magic 104.9, yes, today's R&B and throwbacks. It's been a minute, huh, Steve?
To the
Louis.
Back in the Lou, home of Cedric the Entertainer, Guy Torrey, Joe Torrey. Yeah,
Nelly.
all them boys, Nelly.
And LaVille.
Yeah, all y'all, we back. Keep on. Keep on here. All this on off. Keep on here. I don't know when you gonna learn. Ain't nobody bad like we. I've been trying to tell you now. This Steve Harvey Morning Show. I ain't even got that. I know good hell where you missed us. It's hard to replace something that's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guess what? We missed you too, St. Louis.
St.
We
Louis.
did.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I love the Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Magic
So that's what's
104.9, today's R&B and throwbacks. Yeah.
Sweetie pies.
Shout out to Sweetie Pies.
Yeah.
And
All
your
right,
favorite
Shirley.
barbecue. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, it is time now for Steve to help some of our listeners in our segment we call Ask the CLO St. Louis. You can submit your questions at steveharveyfm.com. Are you ready, CLO?
Usually am.
All right, this one is from BT in Biloxi, Mississippi. She says, I've been messing with this guy off and on for 10 years, and I just found out he's married. We live about an hour apart, so we meet in the middle to hook up. I always Google men when I meet them to make sure they're not serial killers. And I Google my sex buddy from time to time, too. And I saw a wedding registry that led me to his wife's Instagram page. According to all of her posts, he's happily married. My problem is, 2 weeks ago, we had unprotected sex because he begged me to. I got a checkup since then, and I'm fine. His wife doesn't deserve this. Should I tell her?
Wow. His wife doesn't deserve this. Okay, so question is, what you doing it for? Mm-hmm. You said, keyword messing. I've been messing with this man for 10 years. Yes. I just found out he married. We live an hour apart. 10 years and you don't know a dude married because you didn't care. All you was doing was messing with him. So now he done begged you to have unprotected sex. You said yes. Now you found out he married. Now you want to tell his wife. Girl, go sit down somewhere.
Thank you.
Go sit down somewhere. You messing with a man for 10 years. Messing is the key. So now you've been in some mess. Now you find out he married. What'd you think was happening for 10 straight years of not asking you to marry him?
Great answer, Steve. That's a good response right there. I love it. Tori from iHeartRadio says, I'm 29 years old and my fiance is weird. When we met 3 years ago, we went everywhere together, even to the strip club. It's harmless fun, and I was able to learn a few new seductive moves to use on my man. As our relationship got more serious, we stopped going to strip clubs. Instead, he ordered me a lot of stripper outfits and cheap heels, and he wants me to perform for him. He has suggested I take pole classes too. It was cute at first, but I'm not going to dance for him every time we have sex. Is this an obsession or just role playing? Should I be worried?
He wants you to take pole classes. He done bought you stripper outfits. Y'all was going there for 3 years thinking it's fun. You learn some new moves. Yeah, he wants you to strip for him all the time. Stripping turns him on. Yeah, that's what he like. And yeah, he gonna ask you to do it. Is it weird? Yeah, I don't know.
She said, is it an obsession or just role playing, and should she be worried?
It's all of that.
Yeah.
You role playing, it is an obsession, and your ass ought to be worried.
Now, what should she be worried about?
Well, a lot of times you just don't feel like dancing.
Uh-huh.
You don't feel
Exactly.
You know, sometimes I just want to have sex. I don't want to have to. I don't want the performance.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Showtime.
have to do that.
Coming
I
to the
don't
stage.
feel like whipping you.
What? Wait, what?
No, take that feather off of my. I don't want the feather tonight.
It's too much. It's too much.
You can't go in with a problem and expect the problem to go away just because you got married. Matter of fact, it's going to get magnified.
That's right. All right, you're on fire tonight, sir.
Isn't that
You
Jay?
really
Yes,
are.
I am.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it looks like you helping Jay ask the CLO.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, in the moment, ain't he?
I just know when he giving a good damn answer.
Yeah, he is. You're on fire tonight, CLO. All right, this is from Quan in Kentucky. Quan says, I've been driving trucks for the past 14 years, and I needed to make more money as our family expanded. I studied to get my CDL license, and I started driving long hauls during the pandemic. My wife loves the money, but she doesn't like me being gone up to 12 days at a time, and she doesn't trust the trucker lifestyle and the cheating that goes on. She knows I'm not like that. I make my money and go home. She wants me to find a job in our area, but I told her the money isn't the same. I'm sick of the nagging. Should I give in to my wife and park the big rig or keep on trucking?
Well, that's a dilemma because we have a problem now. Mm-hmm. The real money is if you go outside your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. The other money is if you stay in your comfort zone. So if you stay local, this is how much you can make. If you expand, that's how much you can make. She like the money, but she don't like the cost of making the money. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to make a choice.
You married a nighter.
What would you do?
I'm going to keep driving the truck. I've been faced with the alternative many times in my life. Mm-hmm. Several people. You'll do this or me. Well, here I am.
All right. Thank you, CLO. As always,
it's either that or me
tonight. Coming up next, Church Complaints with Reverend
Look like
Motown
we're going to court.
Deacon Def Jam right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will be here with today's national news. Protests continued in Portland, Seattle, Austin, Chicago, and Louisville. And some very sad news from the entertainment world. TV host icon Regis Philbin has passed away. Our condolences to the Philbin family. We'll also tell you about celebrity baby news for Sierra and Russell Wilson. And all of the stories at the top of the hour. But first, it is Monday. St. Louis, get ready for Reverend Motown and Deacon Def Jam. They are here with Church Complaints.
We, Father, oh, Father, we gather on this Monday morning to hear complaints from the congregation of ungratefulness, lack of gratitude. And he is their leader, their profound bringer of complaints, Def Jam. Deacon, Deacon Def Jam. Go ahead. Deacon.
That's right. All right, Pastor, let's get right to it. Sister Betty Boykins lost her last 2 teeth. She is all gums now. Now, she wants the church to buy her a blender. She wants to blend some fried chicken. The blender is $65. Your call, Pastor, if you want us to get that for Sister Boykins.
Well, we're going to go ahead and make that contribution and take it out of the Tooth Fairy Fund that was created for the children. Okay. We're going to move that over to the Betty Boykin Fund. Because Betty, I think if we keep her healthy, she do make the best fried chicken.
Yeah,
but I don't know how it's gonna taste blended, but when it's fried, Lord, she got to blend the crunch out of it though, cause you ain't got no teeth to that crunch gonna cut your mouth up pretty bad.
Yeah.
But we will donate it from the Tooth Fairy Fund for the children.
All right, very well, Pastor.
Nice.
I will put that in motion. Now, we got some members that are complaining about you doing church on Zoom. They say you standing too close to the camera and they looking way up your nose, up your nostril. They want you to going to have to back up, Pastor. You got to back up.
Well, we're not doing that. Our cameraman, Deacon Brown, J. Anthony Brown is our cameraman, and that's how he shoots his shots.
All of them.
He's an old school cameraman. He acts like his Zoom is a VCR. That's what is going on. So we can't fix that right now until we get some more young people at the church, because right now, our videographer for Zoom is damn near 70. And they're not technologically gifted yet. So that's all we is for them.
We need a video ministry.
We got another issue, Pastor. Sister Wanda Jeffries, she borrowed the church van on Saturday. Now, Brother Titus told her, he gave her the keys. He told her to put some oil in the car. Apparently, she knows nothing about cars. She went to the grocery store and bought groceries and then came outside and put some canola oil in that van. The van is in the Kroger parking lot as we speak. It's going to cost $2,500 to get it back working. What you want to do about this?
Well, you say that was Sister Wanda?
Sister Wanda Jeffries.
Okay, well, we going to... We gonna send the whack crew down there to WWAC committee down there and pick the van up.
What's that?
Okay. What committee is that, Pat?
The WWAC, that's the Whoop Wanda Ass Committee.
Because that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, because that's what the hell gonna happen, putting that damn canola oil in the church van.
Like she ain't got no sense.
Like she lost her damn mind. No good in hell well. Western oil don't go in that car. Sitting up here many raggedy times, sitting up make no damn sense.
All right, and other members, there's quite a few of them are asking if they doing church service on Zoom, if they turn the sound down, does it still count? Is it all right? But they just, I don't know if they don't.
They gonna hear the message.
I don't care if you cut the sound down, just as long as you pay the admission fee for the Zoom. You can put it on mute, cute, dilute. I don't give a damn.
Wow, Pastor.
But it is required to Zoom in. You must make at least a $20 donation plus ties. And we not let no restriction. You can Zoom, you can cut it off if you want to.
Okay. All right.
Pay your 20 and Zoom out. You can Commodore Zoom after that. I like to fly away.
Yeah.
Sing, Pastor.
Come on now.
All right, Pastor.
That's
hear
what
me
happens,
out
Shirley,
now.
when I let him just use me.
Hey, man, Pastor.
He just come to me like that. Hot to fire. Critical heart.
Pastor, one of our members is back at work. Sister Misty Williams is back dancing at the strip club. It's changed to a drive-through strip club. You pay $10 and drive through the building. The girls are on poles and they on each side of the car.
Right.
Now I went through there 10 times trying to talk to her, and I ran out of money.
Right.
But if you grant me $200, Pastor, I think I can talk her off that pole. But yeah, I just need a little more money.
Deacon, we're not gonna be able to do that for your benefit. You just had let's just come to the conclusion. Everybody not gonna stay saved.
Oh.
See, some people had to backslide.
Oh, and I understand that. But
Sister Misty then obviously backslid.
yeah.
So what I'll do tomorrow is I'll swing through there.
All right, Pastor. Now, our less fortunate members are coming online they're not coming online for the Zoom church service due to their houses look a mess. Now, I guess what we're trying to do is see if we can spend some money so we can get them some fancy backdrops so they won't look so bad. But it's a lot of just nasty houses that's in the background, and they don't want to come on there.
Well, that's okay. We're gonna train them how to come on anyway, and we're gonna create a new ministry out of the less fortunate people's houses. We're gonna show their backgrounds, and we're gonna have a committee called the Ain't You Blessed Now Committee. When you see how other folks is living, maybe that'll shut you up from all the complaining. That you ain't you blessed now. Look at Sister Cecilia's house. Now, ain't you blessed now? See, that's how that could work.
All right. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Deacon, for church complaints. Now, coming up at the top of the hour.
I like to fly away.
Entertainment and national news.
Lay
Right
hands
after
and
this.
save souls.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We want to welcome our newest family member, St. Louis Magic 104.9. Today's R&B and throwbacks. Welcome back, St. Louis. We have missed you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now listen to me, St. Louis. Don't go no damn more.
That's right, Steve.
Stop trying stuff. Damn.
Sit down somewhere.
Sit down somewhere. Ain't no better radio show. And quit hiring people that think we ain't the answer, because obviously they ass ain't the answer. Oh, fire back. Welcome back, St. Louis.
Top team.
Steve Harvey hollering at the lube. I love St. Louis too, man.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Some sad news to report. TV legend, you knew him, right, Steve? Regis Philbin, former host of Live with Regis and Kathy Lee and Regis and Kelly, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, he passed away this weekend, this past Friday, of natural causes. Regis's family thanked his fans for their incredible support over his 60-year career. Wow. 60 years. Wow.
Wow. He was a really, really kind guy, man. We've talked a few times. And it was always about necktie. He said, hey, man, Steve, you got to teach me how to tie your tie. And that was just our little running gag every time we saw each other. Just a really nice man. I didn't know him other than in passing, you know, when we would talk and everything. Always just a kind, gracious guy, man. Major star, though.
Yeah.
Major star.
Yeah.
And funny. He's so funny.
He's funny.
Very funny,
He's
yeah.
really funny. Very funny dude.
Yeah, he could laugh at himself. He was just a fun. I loved watching him on Regis and Kathy Lee and Regis and Kelly. Loved him. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when it first started out too.
Oh,
Yeah, he did a really good job on that show.
Would you like to phone a friend?
Is this your final
That's a hard
answer?
show to do, man. I did it once.
Hosted it or was?
Yeah,
you
hosted it.
Oh, you were a guest
once
on
it
there?
get to the like $15,000, $25,000, I can't read the questions no more because it had words in there I've never heard.
So it didn't work out for you.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Good for
me.
up to $3,000.
Man, I get up to $3,000 and then after that, man, I can't. Man, they had that little earbud in my ear and they were saying them words to me because what you do is before the show, you go in there and you practice the questions. And any words you're having trouble with, they make note. And when they're right before they get to the word, they say it in your earbud.
Oh, okay.
And I was messing it up. The dude was saying the word for me and I couldn't say it. Cut! Because, you know, you got to get it right because this is people, once they get up to that 15,000, you know, 25,000.
Big money, yeah.
That's usually where people leave. You know.
Yeah. Again, our condolences going out to the family of Regis Philbin.
88, man.
Yeah. What a pro.
88.
Yeah, he was 88.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to switch gears now and talk about some celebrity baby news. We got to say congratulations to Sierra and her husband, Russell Wilson. On Thursday, they welcomed their baby boy, Wynn Harrison Wilson. WHW weighed in at 8 pounds and 1 ounce. He's the couple's second child. Sierra also has a child from a previous relationship with Future, of course, but just, you know, it's just congratulations
I love
to them.
them together.
Yeah, what
Wow,
a beautiful
Sierra.
family.
Win.
Yeah.
That boy never win.
Also, Nelly, we have to say congratulations to him. St. Louis's own. He celebrated his 20th anniversary of the Diamond Certified album Country Grammar. He performed it live yesterday, and it's on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Going down, down, baby. Oh, yeah. Jam.
Yeah.
That was a jam.
Let
back
it
then.
go.
Yes, it was. All right. Steve, take us to Miss Ann, please. Get the latest.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thanks, guys. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Good morning, everybody out there. The body of the late Congressman John Lewis was brought across the infamous Edwin Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama yesterday by horse-drawn carriage. That's the span where the civil rights icon was almost killed.
In 1965, a group of young people attempted to cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama, to dramatize to the nation and to the world that people wanted simply to register to vote. They came toward us, beating us with nightsticks and bull whips. At the foot of that bridge, I was beaten. I thought I was going to die. But if dying was necessary to make it possible for hundreds and thousands and millions of people to be able to participate in a democratic process, that was the price to pay.
That sound courtesy of CNN. The police viciously attacked the peaceful protesters with sticks and clubs that day. It became known as Bloody Sunday. It marked a critical turning point in the fight for civil rights, though, leading to the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Edmund Pettus, by the way, was a Confederate general and a KKK leader. There's a petition to rename that bridge after John Lewis. Lewis's body is lying in state at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. today and tomorrow. His funeral takes place on Thursday. In Portland, Oregon, there were weekend clashes between police and people protesting police brutality, racism, and President Trump's continued deployment of federal forces to the city, something the local officials say has made the situation worse. Protests continued in Seattle, where Police Chief Carmen Best says things went from bad to worse. She said demonstrators refused to leave and threw rocks and bottles at the officers. And in Austin, Texas, authorities say a motorist drove into a crowd and one person died when he opened fire. Witnesses say there was a car honking, 5 gunshots. Moments later, 3 more shots. The driver's been taken into custody. More than 1,000 COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. for the 5th consecutive day on Saturday. By the way, at the White House, a cafeteria worker there has tested positive for COVID-19. According to the Census Bureau, 4 out of every 10 households in the U.S. have not sent in their census figures. Sadly, longtime TV show host Regis Philbin has died at age 88.
Here are Regis Philbin and Kelly Ripa.
Yes, and he will be missed. He was there for a long, long time. And finally, actress Olivia de Havilland has died in Paris at age 104. Olivia de Havilland, the last living actor from Gone with the Wind.
You love 12 Oaks as I do.
Yes, Ashley. I love it as more than a house. It's a whole world that wants only to be graceful and beautiful.
Oh, and they wore the curtains for their dresses. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Houston Nigerian rapper Toby Nwigwe and his new song, Try Jesus, Not Me.
Hallelujah. In Jesus' name. Praise him. My favorite song, man. Do you know how many times I played that song today? Yesterday, man, I played that song, man, probably 15 times.
Wow.
I sent that song to Bishop Ulmer. I sent it to Pastor Charles Jenkins. I sent it to Bishop T.D. Jakes. I sent it to Tyler Perry. Tyler said, man, thank you, man. Just what I needed.
Yeah. What did the pastor say?
I said, man, Kenneth Ulmer said, man, me and my wife laughing so hard, we almost wrecked our car. He said, man, you like an oasis in the middle of a desert. He said, boy, I needed this laugh today. Bishop Jake said, hilarious.
All right, coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Alabama bid farewell to native son and civil rights icon Congressman John Lewis. The remembrance service began on Saturday in Troy, Alabama, where Congressman Lewis was born and raised. Then yesterday, a military honor guard accompanied Congressman Lewis's body across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. That bridge became a landmark, if you recall, for civil and voting rights, where John Lewis was beaten on Bloody Sunday while marching with other demonstrators for the voting rights 55 years ago. Congressman Lewis will lie in state in 3 Capitol buildings in Montgomery, Washington, D.C., and in Atlanta. The John Lewis Voting Rights Act of 2020 will be introduced to the House today.
You know, this is just one of the things I think they should do. A small gesture. They should rename that bridge.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because the bridge right now has the name of the Grand Dragon of the KKK on it.
Yeah, right.
Is that correct, I believe?
Edmund Pettus.
You're right.
They should change the name of that bridge to the John Lewis Bridge.
Yes.
That's one small thing they should do.
Yes, because he spent his life.
You know, since Donald Trump wants to take credit for doing so much for black people, which I don't know anything he's done for black people.
Got a list of nothing?
Oh, yeah,
you know, I heard him the other day say. I heard the other day he say that the Prison Reform Act, and I said, well, that was for black people. I mean, but you know what? See, that's not doing anything for black people, because you know what sickens me is when people say, we're trying to help you fight for your rights. No, wait a minute, man. Why do we have to fight for our rights?
For our rights, yeah.
Why don't we just have rights as human beings, as Americans, as part of the Constitution? So I get tired when I hear people say, we're going to help you fight for your rights. Why do we have to fight for them? Where's our inalienable right to the pursuit of happiness? Where's that? That's what we supposed to have. White people ain't got to fight for their rights. Right. So why we got to fight for our rights? So don't act like you're doing a favor when you try to correct an injustice, and now we doing you a favor. It ain't a favor. It's a right. It's wrong to incarcerate people with lengthy sentences that's unjustly done, and to incarcerate innocent people. That's wrong. You ain't doing no favor when you let nobody out. They should have never been in. Right. So y'all, listen to me. We got to be careful with this man and allowing him to just lie and we accept it. He ain't done nothing for black people.
And ain't gonna do nothing.
And I want to know what he's done for black people. So all y'all supporters that's talking about Trump done more for black people than President Obama, what did he do? What? Dog, I'll give him credit if you just tell me what he did. Tell me what he did. Now, and I'll be quiet.
Well, that pastor in Cleveland sure act like he done done a lot. I tell you that.
Yeah, he done gave him a check of some kind.
Something, man.
Yes, I know he's done a lot for his black behind.
Yeah.
Well, this is something we can all do, Steve, because it is 100 days until the presidential election, so we can go to whenweallvote.org and get registered to vote today. That's one thing we can do. The
most important thing we can do.
Yeah.
To honor Congressman.
Yes,
Lewis.
Congressman John Lewis. Yes.
We
Change
can
the name
honor
of the
him.
bridge. Easy. That's easy fix right
Man.
there.
We can honor him. He died for voting rights, for civil rights.
Yes, he did.
Come on, y'all. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, the list goes on and on. We have an obligation here. Let's go and vote.
Brother Charles.
And she's right. Michelle Obama's right. When we all vote.org is where we go. But do you know what would happen when we all vote? When we all vote, oh, Lord have mercy. We can change the game.
Change,
We can change the game, man.
Yes, sir.
And this time, the game has got to get changed.
Yeah, we have to do our part, Steve. You're right. All right, we're going to switch gears here, and Nephew Tommy is here with the prank phone call. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, love can make you do some crazy things.
Yes.
Love can make you do some crazy things, okay? Wait for this
Church
letter.
say amen.
Amen. Right now, St. Louis, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
FPC.
Okay. What is that?
FPC. Funeral Picture Company. Let's go.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Darwin.
This is he.
Hey, Darwin, how you doing? This is Frank with FPC. We're trying to come down and see about making an appointment with you within the next week, if that's possible.
Appointment for what there?
We're supposed to come by. I'm with FPC. We wanted to. We have you on
FPC?
file.
What is that? What is FPC?
Sir, your name was left with us, and you're on our file to actually come out and make an appointment with you, so we can get your picture taken.
You must have the wrong number. I'm not signed up to take no picture or anything, sir.
Okay, well you're Darwin, correct?
Yes, I am Darwin, and you call Darwin, and that's who you call. But anything about a picture? What's up with a picture?
We've got you on our schedule here, FPC. We have you on our schedule to actually for us to come out to your home and take your picture.
Okay, FPC. Which company is that? What type of picture would I be taking? I'm not taking no picture, but what is FPC?
Okay, you don't know anything about a photo being taken of you needing
no,
to be
sir.
taken?
No.
Okay, sir. FPC is this is a funeral picture company.
Who?
Funeral picture company, and what we do is we come out and take your picture, and we actually keep it on file. That way, when you do pass away, we have your picture for your program, and we have a nice picture for you.
Oh, man, look, I'm not dead right now. You're not taking no picture of me. Who is this again?
My name is Frank.
Oh, okay, Frank, you mean to tell me y'all taking pictures of people before they die just so you could have their picture on file? So
we keep it on file, and then you have a good picture on your program, and that's what we do.
Like I ain't signed up for nothing like that. Who the hell signed me up for some like that?
I'm not quite sure, but we're trying to schedule where we can come out beginning of next week so we can get your picture taken.
Next week after, you get picture when I'm dead. You're not taking no picture of me before I die. That don't sound right.
Sir, don't you want to have a good picture on your program?
Sir, you're not taking no picture of me for no funeral arrangements that I'm not dead yet. I don't understand that. What the hell is this about? Nobody. Who signed me up for it then? Tell me that much.
Sir, I don't have the actual person listed here on who signed you up, but I do have the number, and you are Darwin, Mr. Darwin. So
I didn't sign up for it, and I'm not taking no picture. You guys run around taking pictures of people before they die just to have a good picture on file? That sounds like some man. I ain't never heard of no like that, sir.
Okay, sir. We have your address here. Are you available?
I'm not available. I'm not available at all to take no picture for a funeral. That I'm not even dead yet. I don't get that. That sounds like a bunch of and who the hell gave you my number? That's what I want to know.
Sir, I'm not quite sure, but one thing we have to do is we have to follow through with our job. So what we're going to have to do is I have to come out there and take a picture. I don't want to, create a problem, but I have to get a picture of you by next week.
Oh, it's going to be a problem because you're not getting no picture of me for no funeral arrangement.
Mr. Darwin, I have to come by your house at least by Friday at around 12 noon. I'll come by and get a picture.
Friday? You ain't coming by my house no Friday. You a lie. I'll be come over here to try to get my picture. I got plenty of pictures in my house to put on the funeral program. I'm not taking no picture. That means I'm claiming to be dead. I'm not dead. That's some old bad luck there. I don't know who the you work for, Frank, but you got that.
Sir, I work for FPC, sir. I work for FPC.
FCC, you ain't not taking no picture of me. Don't come over here Friday talking about no picture.
Okay,
you better bring your pistol, and I hope they got your picture on file. But that's a stupid company you work for. I ain't never heard of nobody taking no picture before they die. I got millions of pictures in here for that program. And when I'm gone, what the I care about what a picture look like? or who at my funeral. This will make you tell whoever the you work for, they need to go find another occupation. That don't make no sense. You're not coming over here Friday, buddy. You come over here if you want to.
Okay, Mr. Darwin.
Yes.
Are you familiar with Glenda?
That's my wife. What the you about to say now?
All I want to do is say this, man. I just want to say Glenda the one that got me to prank phone call you. This is Nephew Tommy, baby, from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, huh?
I'll be a oh boy, y'all done lost your head. I ain't never heard of no business like this. Some FPC funeral picture taking. Boy, man, I said my New Year's resolution, I was gonna cut back on drinking, but you got me over here about to tip a bottle right now. Boy, nephew, you crazy. Oh, you crazy, man. Hey, come over here today about 4 and get a picture of Glenda. You come take a picture. Y'all got me, baby. You got me, baby.
Got you, man.
Oh, man, I ain't never heard of no company like that.
Hey, your wife put me up to it, man. I tell you what, you tune in tomorrow morning, man. You're going to catch yourself on national radio.
I'm going to tell everybody, boy, they had me hot over here. Don't tell Glenda, but I'm going to have me a drink anyway. I was looking for an excuse to drink. That's right there, a funeral picture taken to put on file. Boy, y'all done lost a half a mind y'all had with that and that, buddy.
Hey, man, I got to ask you something, man. Darwin, tell me this here, man. What's the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Wake Up Show, buddy.
Everybody need their picture taken for their funeral. Why not get it now before you pass? That's a nice company right there.
Cause what if I go at 80?
Huh?
What if I go at 80?
Well, you got a better picture. You know what I'm saying?
You won't look like you do now if
exactly.
he's 40.
Yeah, but the picture part is taken care of.
Don't Team Tommy.
You know what?
Check that off. That's done. Picture
Get it
check,
done.
done.
Have your picture together. At least you got the picture the way you want it to be
That's
on your
done.
program. You see what I'm saying?
And the family won't have to worry about that. Less stress for them, yeah.
J. Anthony Brown, Team Tommy, whatever time.
You get to wear what you want to wear.
Should we use this picture? Should we use that picture? Done. Picture part done.
It's like a service job. Get your picture done.
No matter you're 80 and
don't matter. You really don't want that picture on
You
there
got a
anyway.
40-something-year-old picture on there. It don't matter.
What was in shape?
At least it's the picture you wanted, okay? We come by the house, take your picture, get you in a nice suit and everything. We got you straight, baby.
I like it.
Got your program looking good.
Any pose you want. You can be pointing at stuff. Watch out there now pose, prison
Watch
pose.
out there now pose.
What's that, Jay? Let me see the watch out
Two
there
fingers
now
out. Two fingers out. Pointing. Watch out there now.
Or when the picture you take when you with the boys and everybody's stooping down. I don't know why it's like that.
That's prison pose. That's the prison pose.
That's the prison pose. All right, prison pose.
Prison pose.
And the concert, the throwback concert pose.
Yeah, you want that. Whatever you want.
See, plenty of them you can do. Plenty of them you can do.
Wow.
Try Jesus, not me. My jam, man.
I got you.
You can play that one more time for the show I'm with this man.
It's gonna be on closing remarks.
Yeah.
Right.
I throw hands.
Junior. All right, thank you, nephew. Coming up, Strawberry Letter. Subject, love can make you do some crazy things. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We got to say welcome once again to St. Louis, Magic 104.9, today's R&B and throwbacks. Welcome back, St. Louis, and get ready. It is time now for my Strawberry Letter. Now, if you need advice on relationships...
Bet the show you had before didn't have no Strawberry Letter. Bet the show you had before ain't had no prank. Bet the show before you didn't have 4 damn comedians on it. I bet it didn't. Welcome back, St. Louis. Quit leaving. Who made that damn decision? Where he work now?
They shouldn't have tried you, Steve. They shouldn't have.
Try Jesus.
Lord.
Not me.
Today's
Because
strawberry
I throw
letter
hands.
Anyway.
Yes, Lord.
is written from one of our audience members. They need advice usually on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more. So you can submit your strawberry letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could read your letter, St. Louis, on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the strawberry letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, love can make you do some crazy things. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a beautiful black 29-year-old woman, and I'm in love with a deadbeat dude. But I don't know how to get him out of my system. He's 36 years old, and we currently live with his parents. When I met him, I was the side piece for a year. I got pregnant and had nowhere to live, so he let me live in his car. His parents found out about me, and they let me stay with them. Now he's divorced, and our relationship is complicated. I found him at a bar with a female recently, and I poured his beer on him. He pulled my wig off, and we ended up in the middle of the bar arguing. Last week, he went out and came in at 5 a.m., and I was waiting up with a pot of hot coffee, and I dashed it on him when he walked in. We always forgive each other afterwards, and we know we love hard, but something's got to give. I have lost myself in this relationship, and I know this is not how I'm supposed to act. The worst part is that I cheated on him, trying to beat him at his own game, and it backfired. I ended up getting a sexually transmitted infection, STI, and had to tell him about it. My doctor said my boyfriend could have given it to me, which is highly possible, and that may be why my boyfriend didn't get too upset when I told him. He keeps saying he needs me to be patient with him and give him one more chance. I want my child to be with both of his parents and his grandparents, so that's why I haven't left him. Do you think this relationship can get better, or is he too old now to ever change? Please advise. Woo, this is a whole bunch of crazy in this letter, isn't it? Where do I start? First, okay, you said you're in love with the deadbeat dude. I gotta ask you why. You were his side piece for a whole year. He's 36. You guys live with his parents, but before that, he let you live in his car and you were okay with that? Like I said, a whole bunch of crazy in this letter. That is crazy. I mean, there's just so much going on. You with the fighting and the throwing the beer on him in the club, arguing in the club, then waiting for him to come home at 5 a.m., throwing hot coffee on him. He wasn't scalded and burned badly. Him snatching your wig off. I mean, it's just so much. I mean, why are you guys even together? Why? Oh, that's right. You have a baby together. You have a baby. This poor baby, I tell you. What kind of example are you guys setting for this baby? You guys are cheating on each other. STIs, like I said in the picture. A mess. Just a big old mess. I really feel sorry for the baby, though. And if you guys do not get yourselves together, and you know, don't bank on him changing, because you can only change yourself. Someone needs to be the mature adult in this matter. Someone, and put the well-being of this baby as the top priority, and stop with this ridiculous behavior. I mean, I appreciate the grandparents for letting you stay with them and giving the baby a home and all of that, but you guys have to do better than this. I mean, you know, are you planning on staying together? You want to stay together? All you can say is, you know, you love hard. This is a little bit more than loving hard. This is some crazy kind of sick kind of love going on here. And I don't think you guys need to be together with all of this, because the baby's going to grow up eventually and start seeing this. You need some counseling. You guys don't need to be together without that, and doing better and getting better, putting in the work that needs change. Steve?
Yeah, first of all, let me just start with this. People like this don't go to counseling.
They don't, but they need it.
No, people like this don't go to counseling. I don't recommend they go to counseling, because it's going to give people who need counseling a bad name. So stay y'all's ass out of counseling. Because don't nobody need to be going in behind y'all. See, because the patient that go in after y'all, the therapist going to be so jacked up from this ignorant ass story that they not going to be able to help the patient after y'all. See, you can't send everybody to therapy.
I know.
Everybody can't go to therapy because they give patients a bad name. These two ignorant ass people don't need to go to therapy because whoever the client is next, they session ain't gonna be worth a damn. Now, when I come back, I'm gonna read this letter. The name of the letter is Love Can Make You Do Some Crazy Things. The name of the letter should be Everything Wrong Cause Ain't Nobody Right.
All right, you heard it. We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, love can make you do some crazy things, but Steve changed it, and we'll talk about it when we come back right after
Everything wrong because ain't nobody right.
That's it.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Come on, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, you got it. Go ahead.
The subject of the letter is Love Can Make You Do Some Crazy Things. I've renamed the letter to Everything Wrong Cause Ain't Nobody Right.
Right.
Now, I'm going to just read this letter back to y'all. Everything in this letter wrong. Ain't nobody right. I'm a beautiful black 29-year-old woman. I'm a 29-year-old beautiful old woman, and I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm in love with a deadbeat dude. Wrong. But I don't know how to get him out of my system. It's called leaving, okay? He's 36 years old, and we currently live with his parents. Wrong. The name of this letter is Everything Wrong, cause ain't nobody right. I was the side piece for a year. What? Wrong. So he was married. You was the side piece for a year. Okay, wrong. Here we go. Y'all ready?
Yes.
I got pregnant and had nowhere to live, so he let me live in his car.
What?
What? Wrong. You pregnant? Hey, I got an idea. Stay in my car. Dog, what?
Pregnant women.
His parents found out about me, and they let me stay with them. Okay, that was the only right thing I saw in this letter. That was it. After that, let's get on back to what's wrong. Now he's divorced, and our relationship is complicated. Wrong. Your relationship was complicated when you was a side piece for a year and got pregnant and he made you live in the car.
Right.
And then you moved in with his parents while his ass was married. That's where it got complicated. I found him at a bar with a female recently and I poured beer on him. Okay, that's fair. Then he pulled my wig off in the middle of the bar. Okay, now you wrong for that, dog.
Shocked everybody
you know
in there.
good and hell well you ain't supposed to pull her damn wig off in the middle of the bar. You know she had a stocking cap on.
That's
ugly
near a
and
black
mean.
woman's hair.
See, dog, that ain't even right. So now you find him with a woman, you throw beer on him, he pull your wig off. We end up in the middle of the bar arguing. Last week, he went out and came in at 5 in the morning. I was waiting up with a hot pot of coffee. Okay, so you went in his mama and them kitchen and made the coffee? Okay. And I dashed it on him when he walked in. So now you done Al Greened his ass with coffee instead of grits. Okay. I got you. We always forgive each other afterwards. I'm sorry I put them 3rd-degree burns on you, baby. Baby, I'm sorry I snatched your wig off at the bar while we was arguing. Well, baby, I didn't mean to throw that beer on you right there. I know, baby. I'm sorry I got you pregnant with them kids. That's a lot of damn apologizing in this letter. And we know we love hard. This ain't love.
Sick.
This why it's so hard. See, when you hear people say we love hard, that ain't love. Y'all fighting. I have lost myself in this relationship. This is not a relationship. I know this is not how I'm supposed to act. This ain't how you supposed to live. The worst part is I cheated on him. What? Where that come from?
Exactly.
Just out of nowhere.
Wait a minute. What? The worst part. No, that ain't the worst part. The worst part was when you was pregnant living in that car.
Yes.
That was the worst part. The other worst part when he had your wig in his hand in the middle of that damn bar. It's a lot of worse parts in this letter. It ain't that you cheated on him, trying to beat him at his own game, and it backfired. Because here go the worst part. I ended up with a sexually transmitted infection. I don't know what that is. That's STD. Don't try to change it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, don't
You had
do
STD. That ain't no infection. That's a damn disease. That ain't corona.
That's a virus.
They call it now, yeah.
This is a sexually transmitted. This is STD. Don't call it STI. This ain't stiff. This is stud. Don't try to change this. That's the other worst part. My doctor said my boyfriend could have given it to me. Oh, that's your out now. Which is highly possible. And that may be why my boyfriend getting too upset when I told him. Baby, you know we got an infection. Really? I cheated on you with a man and you might have something. All right, then. I guess I'll go on down there tomorrow.
That was his reaction.
What did he say? I did. I did.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, baby, so what's for dinner? He keeps saying he needs me to be patient with him and give him one more chance. What? He done flipped it on you? I want my child to be with both of his parents and his grandparents, so that's why he left it. Do you think this relationship can do better, or is he too old and to change? Y'all just wrong for each other.
Yeah.
Y'all wrong for each other. You need to get out of there.
All right,
Take the car and
Steve.
leave.
All right, post your comments
Take
on
the car
today's Strawberry
/
Letter
house and leave.
at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Coming up in 46 minutes after the hour, J. Anthony Brown's Murder the Hit voting results. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Jay, on Friday, you asked the listeners to vote on which Murder the Hit song they wanted you to finish, right?
Yes, we did. We had to
So
vote.
go
This
ahead.
was your first time to vote. The second time you vote will be to get Trump out of office. So I gave you 3 songs. The first song was Dumb Brother, Stevie Wonder. Check it out. Dum 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 dum, so dumb you are. Dum 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 dum, so dumb you are. Dum 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 dum, so dumb you are, brother. Take off that vest, take your ass home. You need to leave politics alone because you're coming off like a real dumb brother.
Okay, that was good.
That was nice. The second song we did was Ain't No Sports. Ain't no sports. Ain't no sports. Sports time is gone. Hit it. Ain't no fun time. Sports ain't no. Until this virus goes away. Ain't no fun time. Sports ain't on. And LeBron top hair is gone. Been some time since someone played. The third song was to the tune of Will Smith, Men in Black. The song was We Don't Want You Back. Hit it. It's from the JAB. It's from the JAB. You never really had a back, and that's a fact. And we really need the morals of our country back. So take a tip from me, JAB. With all the lies you told, we could not believe. We don't want you back. You're leaving in November. We don't want you back. You're leaving in November.
All right.
Love it.
The votes are in.
The votes are in. We've tallied up all the votes, and the winner is We Don't Want You Back.
Yeah.
Will Smith, Men in Black, baby. We'll have it Friday. We will have
I'm
it
glad
Friday.
Will won something.
I'm glad Will won something.
I'm glad Will won something, man. He need a break.
See what voting can do?
And that's going to be our theme song for the next 100 days.
Okay, we don't want you back.
You're leaving in November.
Thank you, Jay.
We can't take 4 more minutes of this.
We don't want you back.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Junior
Leaving
Sports
in
Talk.
November.
I said it, Junior. An NBA player left the bubble in Orlando and went to Magic City in Atlanta. We'll talk about it right after this.
My boy.
What?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Junior, come on with your sports talk.
Shirley Ann, I told you this is not sports talk.
What is it?
It's just something we heard going on in sports. We don't have
What you
sports talk.
talking
Ain't
about
no
it,
games
Junior?
on. Well, we have to. That's all
What
we
is it,
got.
Junior? What
We ain't
is
got no
it?
games on. So,
What
man,
you
you
heard?
heard. All right, Lou Williams of the Los Angeles Clippers will have to quarantine for 10 days after he left Orlando and get this, went to Atlanta to go to Magic City. This boy here gonna throw your whole career away behind Magic City. So he had an excused absence for a family matter, but when he got back, the NBA security asked Lou, "Where did you go?" And then he just said, "Magic City to get something to eat." That was it.
At least he didn't lie.
And then he said, and there were no performers there. No performers. Peaches wasn't there.
What they do
Diamond
that
wasn't
at?
there.
Glitter wasn't there?
Glitter wasn't there.
He
None.
had to say it was no performers.
What,
That's
but
what
we
he
talking.
had to say that.
But why would they be open, Uncle Steve?
But
There's no reason for a strip club to be open to sell chicken wings. That ain't where they make their money.
But what he don't know, if no dancers are in Magic City, the kitchen help will come out and dance for you.
Why you eat
It's
wings?
not the same. It's not
It's
the
not-
same. But you will get a dance. They guarantee you a dance.
Well, rapper Jack
Might be a little
Harlow.
greasy.
Rapper Jack Harlow posted a picture of Lou, but then deleted it. Said it was an old picture of Lou, and he was just reminiscing. Now this sound crazy. I don't know.
He busted
know
him.
exactly.
That's how
He
you
put
help
him
your
out
boy.
there.
Come on,
Come
man.
on,
For
man.
real.
Well,
You
he
just threw him under
took
the
it
bus.
down too late. They already saw it.
They
Yeah,
saw
that's it, Steve. That's it.
Yeah, I saw it. So again, Lou got a quarantine for 10 days and will miss the first 2 games of the restart of the season. That's July 30th and the game against the Lakers, and the first game, August 1st, he'll be playing the New Orleans Pelicans. So that's what he did. That's what it, you know, all for them chicken wings. Them chicken wings strong. They'll make you throw an NBA.
Now, they are good, but there's other places in Atlanta you can get wings.
He do wait.
He was in Orlando, Jay. He passed
I know.
30
I
wing
know. You
stops.
left Orlando?
He went home first, y'all.
man.
Family
Yeah.
matter.
But immediately bust a right to Magic City, though.
Yes.
Hey, man, go and pull up here. Let me go ahead and get these wings. I need, what we get, a dozen? We getting a dozen? You want some? He buying everybody a wing.
I know. Was Coach mad at him? Coach was mad at him. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
he
pretty
was.
sure
Doc
it was
Rivers
2
coached Doc
games,
Rivers.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's your point guard.
Yeah, man. He's 2 games. That's two games. They're gonna be
You
without
have
him,
to
man.
think, man. You got to think. It's consequences behind everything, man. That's probably the toughest lesson to learn growing up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You're right, Steve.
For all of us. I mean, that's a tough one to learn, the consequences. And the older you get, the more severe the consequences. And that's the thing I try to tell my kids. I say, hey, look, man, you're going to make mistakes in life. You're going to make them till you leave this earth. I just want you to know the older you get, the more costly those mistakes cost. So you want to try to limit them now.
You
Well,
got
they got a
careers,
drive-through.
You got families. You got all of that going on.
They got a drive-through
You
strip club in Houston.
you shut up.
What? What
Right.
did they
So
do?
do
They
they
have a
call him?
drive-through in Houston. It's crazy.
Do they call
I
him?
ain't been.
They-
I'm just saying they have a drive.
Oh, okay. Thought
Does
you
he
had another
have a new
recommendation.
nickname? Does he have a new nickname as Wingman? I mean,
Hey, Lou, you running wing today?
Wingman.
Popeye.
Anything.
It
Got chicken
don't mean
anyway.
a thing if you
Chick-fil-A.
ain't got them wings.
It's
You
not
know,
the same.
blah, 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 blah.
It's not the same, Shirley.
Hey,
That's
man,
not how
let me
Luke
tell
want
you
to eat
something. If they change the recipe to them chicken wings, you would still say they were delicious.
For obvious reasons.
They can take Wingstop wings in there, which has very little meat on them.
I'm with you on that.
Off the chain, though.
Same response.
But they're not the same. They're not the same size. Those are. They moved to pigeon
Luke.
wings.
Hang in there,
All right.
Luke.
Well, thank you, Junior.
One time for the birthday girl. One time.
Coming up, more of today's trending stories on the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, in trending WNBA news, on Saturday during the WNBA game between the New York Liberty and the Seattle Storm, the ladies walked off the court into their respective locker rooms as a sign of solidarity for the Black Lives Movement. And also both teams held a 26-second moment of silence to honor Breonna Taylor, who was murdered, we know, by Louisville Metro Police when she was only 26 years old. The WNBA has also dedicated their entire season to Breonna Taylor. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. It was nice.
Yeah, they
right
doing
before
some
the
strong
national
stuff,
anthem.
man.
Yeah. Right before the
Everybody's
national
making
anthem.
statements, and they're not allowing the president to change the narrative.
Yeah.
Not
Like
at
he
all.
did when Colin
You see
Kaepernick
baseball
tried
doing
it.
something?
Did it.
Woo.
No.
They had Black Lives Matter on the pitching mound. I thought that was incredible.
Boy.
I mean, he's going with law and order, and we ain't breaking no laws. We just protesting. It's a big difference.
And you know something, y'all, and that's why the role that we have to play now in this whole protest is at the polls.
Oh, yeah.
When weallvote.org, everybody should go there. It's real simple. It's easy to do. When weallvote.org. I'm telling you, the best message to send to him in November is to vote.
That's
We
it.
don't want you back. You're leaving in November.
You're right, Steve. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up and some trending news at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We want to welcome our newest family member, St. Louis Magic 104.9. Today's R&B and throwbacks. Welcome back, St. Louis. We have missed you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now listen to me, St. Louis. Don't go no damn more.
That's right, Steve.
Stop trying stuff. Damn.
Sit down somewhere.
Sit down somewhere. Ain't no better radio show. And quit hiring people that think we ain't the answer. Because obviously they ass ain't the answer. Oh, fire back. Welcome back, St. Louis.
Top team.
Steve Harvey hollering at the lube. I love St. Louis too, man.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Some sad news to report. TV legend, you knew him, right, Steve? Regis Philbin, former host of Live with Regis and Kathy Lee and Regis and Kelly, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, he passed away this weekend, this past Friday, of natural causes. Regis's family thanked his fans for their incredible support over his 60-year career. 60 years. Wow.
Wow. He was a really, really kind guy, man. We've talked a few times. And it was always about necktie. He said, "Hey, man, Steve, you got to teach me how to tie your tie." And that was just our little running gag every time we saw each other. Just a really nice man. I didn't know him other than in passing, you know, when we would talk and everything. Always just a kind, gracious guy, man. Major star, though.
Yeah.
Major star.
Yeah.
And funny. He's so
funny.
funny.
He's funny.
He's very
Yeah.
funny, yeah.
Very funny dude.
Yeah, he could laugh at himself. He was just a fun. I loved watching him on Regis and Kathy Lee and Regis and Kelly. Loved him. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when it first started out too.
Oh,
Yeah, he did a really good job on that show.
Would you like to phone a friend?
Is this your final
That's a hard
answer?
show to do, man. I did it once.
Hosted it or was?
Yeah,
you
hosted it.
Oh, you were a
Yeah,
guest
once
on
it
there?
get to the like $15,000, $25,000, I can't read the questions no more because they had words in there I've never heard.
So it didn't work out for you.
Yeah, it didn't work
You
out
good
for
for up
me.
to $3,000?
Man, I get up to $3,000, and then after that, man, I can't. Man, they had that little earbud in my ear, and they were saying them words to me. I was messing it up. The dude was saying the word for me, and I couldn't say it. Cut!
Coming up, it's our last break of the day.
All right, Magic 104, in and out, in and out. You gonna stay this time? We need you to stay. All right, St. Louis, in or out?
You sound like my grandmama.
Also coming up, St. Louis, closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, guys. Last break of the day on this Monday.
Yeah.
It's been a good Monday. Yeah.
Starting the week off.
Anytime you take a Monday, it's a good Monday. I mean,
yeah.
The fact that you got one is a good Monday, right?
Okay. I know that's right, Jay.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Keep it in perspective.
I sound like a grandma.
All right, Steve. I know it's a lot going on.
As usual, as I promised I'd do, I'm gonna do everything. We are going to do everything in our power to get all of our listeners, every last one of them, to the polls. And as you go, I want you to make sure that you take 5 people. Look, man, we cannot afford to miss this opportunity to show Congressman John Lewis that we appreciate all he did for voting rights, for the Civil Rights Act, that we are going to show all of the people, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, who put it on the line for us, all of our ancestors in the years before, just so we could vote. This is a critical election, you all. Staying at home is not the way to do it. Staying at home will only give this man 4 more years. We cannot afford 4 more years of this guy, because I think that he will forever change the way politics is done if we allow him 4 more, because all he's going to do is create another imposter. Someone is watching what he's doing. Someone has watching all the stuff he's gotten away with, and we're going to have a worse president than that if we don't stop this type of behavior as we see it. If you let him get back in office, what it says to that young senator out there that's looking at the president and saying, wow, when I get in there, I'm going to do this, this, and this then. But if he don't get reelected, that'll send a clear message to them. No, if we see this, we're going to rescind it. We've got to get to the polls and vote, man. This is such a very, very important election. We are 100 days away from the election. Just 100. We have got to vote. Go to whenweallvote.org and register to vote. There are some states where you can start early voting right now. We're going to be giving this information out. But listen to me, man. We've got to vote, people. We've got to take all this. Do you see what's happening in Portland? Those aren't massive numbers of black people. Those are non-African Americans protesting. Do you see what's happening in Major League Baseball? Do you see them kneeling before the Star Spangled Banner? Do you see before the national anthem? Do you see them holding hands? Do you see what's happening in the WNBA? Do you see what's happening in the soccer leagues around the world? Do you see what people are doing on our behalf? We've got to take it across the finish line and finish the job. This should not be more important to them than it is to us. Can't nobody be hustling on this issue harder than us. We've got to out-hustle everybody on this issue so we can turn these protests into policy. And the only way to turn this into policy, we got to vote these people out of here, man. These people in here, man, that don't really care about us. President Trump said he's done more for black people than any other president other than maybe Abraham Lincoln. Do you know how ignorant that statement is to make to black people? Like, the last time someone has done something really big for you was they freed you. What? Do you understand what he's saying? And me giving you prison reform, I'm helping you fight for your rights. Sir, dude, why do we have to fight for our rights? That's what's wrong. Don't you get it? The system is jacked. If we have to fight for our rights, why are we fighting for something we should already have? When you make that statement, when black people have to tell you that we're fighting for our rights, that's an injustice right there. We shouldn't have to fight for some rights. Just rights, man. The right to the pursuit of happiness. The right to vote without obstruction. The right to live where we want to live. Go to school where we want to go. Man, those are just basic human rights. We have to re-up on the Voters' Rights Act. Do you know that that's up again? The Voting Rights Act is up again? Are you kidding me? We're waiting on the Senate House to bring that to the floor to pass the Voting Rights Act again. Why do we have to keep passing a damn act for us to be able to vote? Are you kidding me? Y'all, we got to vote, man. We have to vote. Brothers, sisters, we have to vote. We done protested. We done everything. It's time to push these people. We got to show them our power. Black lives matter, but they'll really believe they matter when they see us at the polls. Oh, when you hit them in the pocket, when you hit them in their position of power, when you start threatening that, you have their undivided attention. When weallvote.org, go today. If you're not sure if you're registered, go today. When weallvote.org. Don't wait till the last minute to do this. Let's all go now. When weallvote.org. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow. Same damn message.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amen, brother.
Great, man.
Go ahead, big dog.
We got to do our part, Steve. You're right. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.